I'm Travar with the Super Chevy Bros, and this is the review for the SSR Night of Vengeance. Today we have a 1/12 scale third-party Batman figure with cloth goods from SSR Studio. I bought this from 5K Toys, $90. It comes with a sword, 2 guns, an alt head, a Joker card, 2 gun holding hands, 2 gripping hands, and 2 relaxed hands. To the point, I like this figure. It looks good. The design is of course Thomas Wayne from Flashpoint, and more specifically I think this is based on the Prime 1 statue. You can see what it looks like here. The cloth goods fit well, and they don't look like pajamas, which is the worst part of cloth goods sometimes. And the extra detail, like the armor and the holsters, make this look spot on to the source material. Of course, they have different looks for Thomas Wayne from different people, but when you see this, it matches your mind's eye. The additional unmasked Thomas Wayne head is fantastic. I love the glossy eyes. Actually, both heads have glossy eyes. It's something we usually get on larger scale figures, but it looks great in 1/12 here. His stubble looks amazing. It looks just like the comic book. And the guns that we get with it are really nice, especially these days where DC doesn't give out guns for their toys anymore. These guns look good. They have a little bit of paint on them. They didn't need to do that, but they did, and it makes the whole figure come together really well. However, there are a few things that are disappointing. The hands are too gummy. Getting the guns into the hands is a chore. It's very annoying. And on top of that, the gauntlets that he wears, they're too big. When you try to put the hands on, you can't do it at certain angles because the gauntlets overtake the peg, and it's one of the worst experiences on the toy. It makes it not fun. I like that they came with lots of different hands. I wish the hands were a little stiffer, and I wish the gauntlets were placed in a better position. They only fit on the wrist in one way because of how they're molded, so that makes it almost impossible to get certain poses. I wish the ankles weren't this way. I wish the boots weren't this way. I wish there was articulation there. I wish they had thought about that a little more, and that's a lot of wishing for $90 spent on the figure. That is the worst part of the figure, the ankles, but there are 2 other things that bother me. One, on the pictures, in the pictures that they show that the emblem is a separate piece to the cloth. It's a removable piece. As you can see clearly here, it's not. It's like painted or vinyled on, and it looks good, but it's not what we paid for and not what they promoted. And finally, the cape isn't wired. That sucks. All capes should always be wired. If a cape isn't wired, and it's not coming from some large manufacturer, that's a bad thing to me. It needs to be wired. It ruins photography. You have to do extra work to get it to wire, so this sucks. Overall, I do like this toy, even though I've said a lot of negative things about it. It looks great. It still looks good in photos, and at the end of the video, you'll see a few photos I took, but it looks good. I would give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's a middle of the road figure, and that's about it. If you just want something to sit pretty in a case, it can do that fine. Or, if you're willing to spend a little money, you can buy an upgrade kit from eBay. I'll keep a link in the description for you to do that. If you want the same character, cheaper, you can get it from McFarlane, masked and unmasked. The link is in the description below. Stick around for some photos of the toy, and thank you guys for watching the video. Check the description for links to other things we do and links to this toy and the alternatives I talked about. Enjoy!